The truth finally comes out, and this time, there's no hiding from it. The DNA report confirms everything that had been denied for years. Janick is Anirudh's daughter. And the moment that realization hits him, it doesn't feel like relief. It feels like everything inside him has collapsed. The memories come rushing back. Every accusation he made against Newton, every moment he chose suspicion over trust, every decision that pushed her away. He finally sees it clearly now. He didn't just misunderstand her, he destroyed her. And in doing that, he destroyed Janick's life too. He stands there, holding the report, frozen between guilt and regret. A part of him wants to run away from the truth, but another part knows he has already run for too long. This time, he can't escape it. So he goes to Adidi and Archie, not because he's ready, but because they deserve to know. Adidi looks at him the moment he walks in. She can sense something is wrong. There's a heaviness in the air, something unspoken but undeniable. She doesn't wait. She asks him directly about the report. And for once, Anirude doesn't hesitate. He hands it over. Aditi reads it, and everything inside her breaks. The words on that paper don't just reveal a truth, they rewrite her entire reality. Janick is not an outsider, not a stranger, not someone distant from their lives. She is her sister. That realization hits her harder than anything else. Her hands tremble, her mind racing, trying to make sense of something that feels impossible. Meanwhile, Archie grabs the report, reads it, and her reaction is immediate, anger. She accuses Anirude of lying to them for years, of hiding something this big, this life-changing. But Anirude doesn't defend himself the way he used to. There's no ego left in him now. He simply says he didn't know. But the truth is, it doesn't matter anymore whether he knew or not. The damage has already been done. Aditi isn't thinking about explanations. She's thinking about what this means for her life, for her identity, for the way people will look at her. The humiliation she feels is overwhelming, suffocating. Everything she believed about her family is now shattered. Archie, on the other hand, focuses on control. Her mind goes straight to what this means practically: inheritance, status, power. She asks the question no one else wants to say out loud. Will Janick now take half of everything? Anirudh doesn't even pause. The DNA report has proven the truth. Janick is his daughter, and he will not deny it. Then, in a moment that shocks them both even more, he confesses something darker. He admits that once, in his hatred and fear, he tried to kill Janick. The room falls silent, because this isn't just a mistake anymore. This is something far deeper, far uglier. And now, the same man is standing there, saying he wants to fix everything. He says Janick fought for her rights, that she deserves everything that was taken from her. But for Aditi, none of that matters. She isn't asking for money. She isn't asking for fairness. She's asking for something much simpler and much more impossible: peace. And she feels like he has taken that away from her forever. She looks at him, and for the first time, she doesn't see her father. She sees a man she doesn't recognize, a man who shattered her world without even realizing it. She tells him he was once her hero, and now she doesn't know who he is anymore. When she walks away from him, it doesn't feel dramatic. It feels final, and it leaves Anirude completely broken. But while his world is collapsing, Janick is standing in a completely different place. At Rishi's house, there is a sense of closure. Not happiness exactly, but something close to victory. The truth that was denied for so long has finally been proven. Rishi stands beside her, proud, supportive. He encourages her to take the final step to tell the world the truth. At first, she hesitates, because this moment isn't just about her. It's about her mother, Newton, a woman who was insulted, humiliated, and called characterless in front of everyone. A woman who carried the weight of accusations she never deserved. Janick closes her eyes for a moment, and then she agrees. Not for herself, for her mother's dignity. At the press conference, the atmosphere is tense. Cameras, reporters, questions waiting to explode. Janick steps forward, calm and composed. And she tells the truth. Anirude is her biological father. There's a ripple through the crowd. Shock, curiosity, judgment all at once. But before anyone can turn it into something bigger, she says something that no one expects. She refuses to accept him. There's no anger in her voice, no shouting, no emotional outburst, just quiet, unwavering clarity. She says she doesn't want his name. She doesn't want his support. She doesn't want his responsibility, because this fight was never about gaining a father. It was about restoring her mother's respect. And now that she has done that, she doesn't need anything else. That statement changes everything, because while Anirude is trying to step forward, she is choosing to step away. And when Anirude arrives and publicly accepts her as his daughter, it doesn't change her decision. He tries to talk to her, tries to reach her, tries to hold on to something that is already slipping away. But Janick doesn't give him that chance. She reminds him of the years he wasn't there, the moment she needed him, and he chose to believe the worst instead, the pain she had to survive without him. She asks him a simple question. Why now? Why come back when everything is already broken? When the pain has already settled into scars? He tries to explain, tries to say he misunderstood Newton, that he made mistakes. But Janick doesn't accept it, because to her, the truth is simple. Love without trust is not love. And if he truly loved her mother, he would have believed her. She looks at him one last time and makes her decision clear. He may be her father by blood, but he is not her father in her life. She chooses to remain only Newton's daughter, and then she walks away. That moment stays with Anirude long after she's gone. Later, alone, the weight of everything finally crushes him. He replays the past in his mind. The moment Newton told him she was pregnant, the doubt he felt, the words he said, the way he walked away. And for the first time, he doesn't try to justify it. He calls himself what he truly feels like. A failure. A man who let his insecurity destroy everything that mattered. He breaks down, apologizing to Newton, even though she isn't there to hear it. Because some apologies come too late to matter. When someone tries to comfort him, he doesn't accept it easily. He says he doesn't even deserve forgiveness, especially after everything he has done. But he's told something important, that his daughters don't hate him. They're just hurt, and healing takes time. But even that small hope is shaken when Archie steps in again. Angry, frustrated, unwilling to accept any of this. She forces the situation to its breaking point. She gives him an ultimatum. Choose, Adidi or Janick. No middle ground, no balance, no compromise, just a decision that will destroy one side completely. But this time, Anirude doesn't back down. For the first time, he accepts the full truth of his reality. He has 2 daughters, and he refuses to erase one to protect the other. That decision only makes everything worse, because Adidi, already broken, can't accept it. She gives him 24 hours to choose, and just like that, he is trapped between the truth he cannot deny and the consequences he cannot escape, between guilt and love, between the past he cannot fix and the future he is about to lose. Because sometimes doing the right thing doesn't save you. Sometimes it just comes far too late.